Hey guys, Steeple here. Today I got a few looks at the Amagi for you. I was playing on Sunday night. I don't know what it was Sunday night. I played maybe 13 games after I got home from work that day, and I think I won 12 of them. And 4 of them were in the Amagi. 3 of those were over 150k, so I do have those for you here tonight. I ended up working a bunch today. I'm recording this the night before I release it, so I'll probably just narrate over the first one just because I've been working for about 11 hours today. But I thought I'd share these games with you. So the Amagi, a lot of people think Iowa's the king of Tier 7 battleships. They're both really good. I mean, I don't have Sims, so I haven't played the Iowa in its optimal build yet. But the Amagi does the stronger caliber guns. 410s versus 406 on the Iowa. Not a huge difference. And it's reflected by about 100 points more in HP damage. So, I mean, both of them have very powerful guns. But, I don't know, I kind of like the Amagi a little bit more than the Iowa. So, anyway, rule number 1 when you're playing against an Amagi, if you're in a cruiser and you think you might be inclined to shoot at you, you do not want to show broadside. What happens if you violate rule number 1? Let's ask this New Orleans what happens. Shells are in the air, and he gone. So something to keep an eye on for all 3 of these matches. I do make a turn as my opening move on all of them. This is how I typically recommend playing high-tier battleships. I think matches 1 and 2 I do the turn right away, and then match 3 I kind of sail forward a little bit until I believe I'm about to be detected, then I commence with the turn. The idea is to be able to angle your ship and stay on the move. Staying on the move will allow you to kind of open and close your firing angles, adjust your angle against different threats as they pop up. But by staying on the move and sailing away from them, you're not pushing yourself into crossfires and potentially closer to destroyers, which are both major problems for battleships. I did test out a waterline citadel against the turrets. Still not working. I got this theory that some of the citadels on the turrets are coming from magazine shots under the turrets, but, you know, obviously that ship doesn't work as intended, so I'm not going to play it despite accidentally spending $100 on it until it's fixed. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But you'll see I kind of vary my speed from, typically quarter to 3/4. In some cases I'll throw it in reverse just to slow down right here. But I'm trying to keep the targets at kind of more towards the edge of my firing radius. This is Atlanta. I guess he's sick and tired of playing, so if he doesn't want to stay alive anymore, I'll just go ahead and oblige him. It's not an issue, but you'll see here, like I did have an Iowa the Iowa's one of the ships that scored a shot on me earlier, so I just kind of, sailing away from him, I can stay out of his range. I can kind of deal with these closer range targets first, and again, by staying on the move, I can kind of adjust my angle as needed, so I just check out that move on these 3 games, see what you think about it, and then if you're having trouble with high-tier battleships, which I think a lot of people are based on the feedback I'm getting, this is a good way to counter the problems. I mean, people are getting detected right off the bat, and then they're taking shots, and if you make a turn right away, by the time those enemy battleship guns are loaded, you're usually able to angle against them properly, so that's how I deal with the so-called problem, and it seems to be quite effective in my opinion. Now in this game, by turning right, or by electing to turn right, I was able to deal with this side quite well. Obviously we have 90k damage after, a handful of minutes here. But I've kind of positioned myself out of the fight for the moment anyways. So I'm just going to reposition. Had I turned left, I could have maintained a more centralized position. For battleships, I mean, all you got to do is take a look at the map and then look at my firing radius. What you want to kind of do to remain relevant is stay pretty centralized, and that'll allow you to kind of just keep your guns in the fight for the majority of the game. So it depends on the map. I turn right in this instance because that left large island kind of towards the center of the map can become an issue if you turn left. And, you know, I didn't want that to be the case in this game, so I turned right. But you keep that in mind with how you're positioning your battleships. I could have easily, you know, turned around and kind of sailed back towards the middle of the map and still dealt with those 3 targets. So, in my mind, this is kind of a mistake, just kind of bringing myself willingly out of position like this. It's extremely important for like American battleships tiers 3 through 6 to not get off in the flanks like this, because you will never get back into the fight. The Amagi's a pretty quick battleship, you know, it's relative to some other battleships, I should say. It moves fairly quickly, so. And the remaining targets are just kind of sitting in the base doing nothing anyways, so they're not making it exactly hard for me. This Iowa here, when I was lining up the shot, I thought maybe he's AFK, he's not moving. I didn't see him fire when I was looking at him, so whatever. We're going to take a shot. If you put the controller down or not, it's not my problem. But as soon as we kind of tickle him here a little bit, then you'll see the smokestacks, the smoke start coming out of his stack. So what he was doing, I don't know. But that's not my problem. We're just going to punish him. Sitting broadside like this is just not how to do this. So once we dispatch this Goomba, and I think the rest of the match is just chasing down the rest of the enemy team, which I might have scored like one more shot after this or whatever. So I'll just trim the rest of this game, and I'm going to let you kick back, relax, and enjoy the other 2. Like I said, they're both relatively high damage games, at least 150k damage games. So I hope you do enjoy the rest of the video. If you do, please hit the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, you should consider subscribing. I got a lot of World of Warships coming all the time. Questions for me, comments, leave them below. Those of you that are looking to do a little bit extra and support the channel, I do have memberships available. That option should be next to the subscribe button, so check that out. It's a great way to support the channel and keep the content rolling. And we'll see you guys all later. Alright, peace.
Action stations. Enemy cruiser detected. Bullseye! Dash it all. All stations requesting fire on the designated target. All stations requesting fire on the designated target. damage.
Confirmed penetration.
Problem solved, sir.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Our team has taken the lead. I need help. Airborne.
Enemy battleship foundered.
Our team has taken the lead. Fighter returning to ship.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy cruiser detected.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Our victory is in sight.
starts.
Teammate, I need your support. Affirmative.
Enemy heavily damaged.
Enemy cruiser detected.
I owe you one.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Bullseye!
The ship is on fire!
Torpedoes to port.
Torpedoes to port.
Concentrate fire on the warship. Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Confirmed penetration.
The ship is on fire.
Teammate!
Torpedoes astern. Torpedo astern.
Critical engine damage.
Torpedoes to port.